All right, so we're here at the 22nd annual Brother Bernardine Memorial Golf Classic. This is SJTV. I'm back, Max Chadwick, alongside Kentt Moreno, Anthony Papa here.
How's it going, Max?
So, guys, we're here for the Golf Classic right now. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about your respective golf games. Ken and Papa, have you guys played a lot of golf?
You know, I've had countless lessons, a lot of time invested in the game, and I am just, quite frankly, I'm trash. I'll be honest with you. I'm not so great at it.
Yeah, Max, Top Golf opened around the corner from me, and I've made quite a few visits there. It's not the best game. I'm not very good at it, but it's golf.
I don't think you should undermine the game of golf like that, Anthony. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole.
Did you have fun? Did you have fun at least?
I had a lot of fun.
That's all that's important.
Good food.
So, like,
Yes.
out
The
here,
food is pretty good, actually. I'll give that.
out here when I'm golfing, you know, I put on my score sheet, instead of a number, I just put fun.
Yeah.
So my final score is fun, and that's all that matters right now. So.
No, we don't really care about competition here at SJTV. It's all about having fun for the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that matters is the score.
Yeah, I mean, except unless you're losing.
Yeah, we don't like to lose here.
Yeah, well,
No, we do not.
it sounds like you lose a lot when you play golf, and I know. But that's beside the point. I mean, listen, comes down to it, for me, for golf, the best part, the highlight about golf is, even if you trash, you can still ride the golf cart, stuff your face with snacks. I mean, it's a good time, you know?
Yeah. I'm not more interested in the golf itself. I'm more interested in just the
Stuff
fun
in
you
your
have
face.
between the holes. You know, just
The shenanigans
the
you get
food-
into, the tickle fights. I mean, there's a whole lot going for it. There's a lot of fun,
the
actually.
food, the driving of the cart. Sometimes I just don't even play that round. It's just
And
having
hey,
fun in the
sometimes
cart.
if you're really ballsy, you pull up with a couple of your friends and you just got two guys hanging on the back of the car. I mean, it's a lot of fun, actually. Do a little ATV, little off-road action.
So what's better, your short game or your long game? Are you better driver or you better putter?
I'm not good at either. I would say they're both evenly bad.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, my long game depended on, but I'm really glad to hear that it wasn't anything worse than sprained. And let's say a prayer for you, Anthony.
Thank you.
I
And
certainly will.
Kent, what is your handicap at golf?
My handicap, bro, I'd be lying if I said I knew. I haven't played golf too much. I told you, I ain't the whole types of shenanigans, but I ain't no scratch golfer, I'll tell you that much right now.
All right, you guys ready
That's
to bring
nice.
on the first guest?
Yeah, let's bring him out. Let's bring him
All
out.
right,
him
so
out.
I
Let's
think
bring
the
him out.
first one is actually someone I know pretty well, Mike Chadwick, the alum, and he's also father of a current student, that is myself. He's a former board of governor, sponsored the outing, and a member of the Golf Classic Committee. So I want to welcome my dad, Mike Chadwick, to the table right now. Dad, thanks for being on. All right, so the first question that I want to ask you is, how has the school changed since you've been here, and how is it now when I've been here? Let me turn this off for you. There you go.
There we go. Now we can hear the voice that you've been hiding back from us. All these games, all these events.
So how's the school changed since you've been here and I've been here?
The school's changed dramatically. I always told you about the gym. The gym that we used to have was like a pit. Our basketball team played, and the fans were like right on top of the team, and then we had stands like above looking down. And the kids that I knew on the basketball team back then loved it. They said it was the best home court advantage that they had back then. But of course now the gymnasium is state of the art, incredible. So
Yeah. And then the next question I want to ask you is about what was it about St. Joe's that made you want to come back, be a board of governor, send me here, send Ben here in a couple of years? And what was it about St. Joe's that you loved so much and kept sending you back?
just besides the education, it was the sense of family. I mean, everyone, the teachers knew all of us. They treated us like family, and the friendships I made with all that I still have now, that a lot of the guys now that we still hang out with. I just thought it was going to be the best thing for you, and hopefully when Ben in a few years, when he joins up with and comes to be part of St. Joe's family also.
So how nice is it when you bring back all the alumni? I know some of your classmates are here you golf with, and you get to see some of them and bring back a lot of guys.
It's great. It's great. A lot of times you don't see some of these people except for the golf outing. So once a year. So I look forward to it every year. I've been doing it. I've been at the golf outing now, I think, about 15 years. So time just keeps flying by.
Yeah, it's really excellent.
Flying by.
Yeah.
So how is your golf game? Like, what's your handicap?
I'm severely handicapped at golf. I only get out there a couple times a year. So
You guys have any questions?
Yeah, a little birdie once told me about a man named Swiss Cheese. I was wondering if you knew anything about this. being, this person.
That was a long time ago.
It's what I've been told, and I don't know what the story is. Would you like to elaborate on that?
It was just when I was the goalie for the lacrosse my freshman year and played a little bit my sophomore year. And let's just say that the opposing teams loved to see me when I was a goalie out there. So
that's really excellent. So, Anthony, you have any questions?
Yeah, going back to just the sense of family with St. Joe's, how much contact have you had with a lot of the friends that you've made at St. Joe's through the years, other than the golf outing?
Oh, I have a core. There's about a group of about 6 or 7 graduates from my class that we still see each other several times a year. So I mean, it was a lot more as times go by. I mean, I'm already going on 20 years out, but I have a group of friends of mine that we're very tight with, that we're still that we still see each other all the time. Max hears the stories from them all the time at different outings or family functions and all that. So.
All right, Dad, I want to appreciate you coming on.
Nope, thank you.
All right, I'll see you later.
It was nice talking to you.
See you at home.
That was really excellent interview.
So I'm obviously a son of a current alum. So, guys, I want to ask you, when you guys have sons, are you guys going to send your kids here?
Yeah, probably. I think I would.
If I stay in the area, yeah, most likely.
Yeah,
I think I would. Boston, right?
It depends. It's an interesting point you bring up, because Anthony and I, we've been talking about moving to Southie for a long time now, right?
Yeah, I'm more interested in Dorchester. Really any place in Massachusetts, probably.
I mean,
probably
Dorchester is really good. I mean, I don't want to be too far from Fenway Park. It's just a real blast to go out there.
Especially with the retirement of Big Pappy. The Sox just won't ever be the same again. But
and I'll tell
you gotta love it.
After seeing how absolutely garbage the Yankees did when they were playing last week, they played Houston last night.
Oh, God awful.
Yeah, and what the best part about that whole thing was, fellas, the best part is they're playing on Jeter Day. Of all the days you can do, that's like basically the senior night for any team in high school.
20-plus years of overratedness right there.
Completely overrated.
My hat was broken when Jeter beat the
Sox.
You
could physically take, how smart Matt Damon is, and Aggo, Benny Affleck, bring it together, and you can't even beat that.
Aggo and Good Will Hunting, two probably my favorite movies.
Wicked smart geniuses is what they are.
Wicked good movies.
So what was it about? What was it about St. Joe's that made you want to send your kids here?
Sorry, we got off on a tangent. Why? I'll tell you why. Just listen, my brother went here. I'm going here. I mean, I grew up in Metuchen. All of our friends went here. Every kid, every neighbor. I remember we were talking to. I don't remember what the lady's name was, but she was from around here. So Jimmy Gory is our neighbor. He went here. His brother went here. His even younger brother goes here now. I mean, we had a lot of people. So it's just a whole line of family, and everybody goes.
Yeah. What about you, Papa?
For me, my choice going to St. Joe's was pretty much, St. Joe's or Edison High, and I think the choice was clear in that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we want to bring on some guys.
Yeah, we're gonna bring on.
Whatever, boxing.
Yeah, let's bring on.
All right, here we go. Brian Boxing, lacrosse stud here.
Absolutely.
Here he is.
I think he was second team all GMC too.
Oh, is he? Ooh, look at him. Pick up the mic, turn it on. So how you doing, Brian?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. So, are you playing in this event today?
No, I'm not. I'm just helping out.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you lucky to get out of all these classes?
I'm very lucky.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So,
always nice to have some help.
So this is what I want to talk to you about. Lacrosse game tonight. I get a phone call, for all you guys wondering. I get a phone call about, 8:30, 9:30 last night saying, Kentt, we got to get people to come to this game. I said, you know what, fellas? It's a little last minute, but I'll do it. I must have made about 35 phone calls for you guys. I swear, I can't even lie. I called about 30 different people. I sent several Snapchats, text messages. I was calling nonstop. It was like it was my job to get people to come to this game.
I received a call at 10:30 at night.
He did. And what I want to know is, are you going to shut out Old Bridge and make them look like absolute trash? The trash that they are.
Kentt.
I feel like we're ready to go. And we still have a bad taste in our mouth from last year from losing to Monroe.
Hey, you know what the best part is, though? Monroe isn't even there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I thought they were going to make it because they did so good because they made it to the GMC finals the year prior, last year too. And it's seems like it's a reoccurring thing. We're always playing them. Yeah. And this year they just couldn't even keep up.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, do they have any players we got to look out for? Is what I really want to know.
Their goalie is very good. He made Defensive Player of the Year. They also have a very fast midi, number 4.
Yeah.
And they have a pretty good attackman, number 24, to watch out for.
So what do you guys have to do to beat Old Bridge today and win the GMC championship?
The face-off X is very big today with Anthony Lasso. He's been playing very, very well for us. And the wings are also a big factor. And on defense, we just have to pack it down and win.
I like that mentality. Just pack
Win.
it down and win. What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah.
Pack it down and win.
Yeah, coming into the year, you lost a lot of seniors last year. Did you think you would be put in this position, not playing Monroe in the GMC finals and just making it to the finals in general?
Honestly, that the goal every year is to make it to the GMC finals, and this team has the grind and grit to make it. There are many ups and downs throughout the season, but we're back where we need to be, and we have to be on top.
I like that mentality. It's really
That's pretty
great.
good, yeah.
I mean, listen, you're going to trash him out there. I got no doubt about it. I'm coming in full force with all the guys we got. I mean, don't you worry. It's going to be loud. I've been told that Old Bridge High School's got quite a few students there, but it's going to be minuscule compared to the amount of people we're going to have in our student section. Just cheering on St. Joe's, cheering on you guys, getting us completely riled up.
It'll be a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of people there.
It's going to be really great, and I'm just ecstatic. I don't know if you could tell. I didn't even sleep that well last night. I was that excited. I couldn't fall asleep. I was so excited.
All right, so we're going to have that game on SGRN at 7 o'clock
definitely.
at East Brunswick High School. You can see Brian Box and the Falcons take on Old Bridge Knights. So Brian, thank you for coming on, and good luck tonight, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Good luck, Brian.
Hey, Shalom. So, what's up? Where are we at next, Max?
So I think let's talk about the lacrosse team right now.
Lacrosse team. I mean,
like
honestly,
Papa said, like they lost so many players. Not a lot of people thought, oh, this is a team that will win. They'll come to the GMC finals again. They proved everyone wrong.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous in the beginning. I'd be lying.
Towards the beginning of the season,
Right.
you saw low morale with the team and just, not a lot of positive energy going around in the school towards the lacrosse team. But I guess you could say they really lucked out in this one, not playing Monroe in the GMC finals. And they already played Old Bridge. They beat Old Bridge, so that should be good for them. And, I mean, they're coming off a great win against East Brunswick. And this is just a position I don't think really anyone thought we would be in.
It. Yeah,
No,
I mean, honestly, they were losing. They were doing bad in a lot of the scrimmages, and they're really coming along. And I'm really glad. I'm actually really ecstatic.
It's a lot.
And I honestly thought last year after they lost to Monroe, I thought, a lot of kids were saying, this is going to be the last time we're going to see them in the finals. And I said, no shot. I said, maybe it's the thought, maybe you're right. And I said, nah, forget it. They just proved me wrong here today. And then here we got Dr. Brando coming on.
Oh, Dr. Brando's going to come on for a little bit.
El Presidente of the school.
Yeah, the president
You have
of
to
the
turn on the
school.
mic, Dr.
His
Brando.
first.
They turned
How
it
you
up.
doing,
You all right?
Brando?
It's a trap.
Yeah, no problem.
Morning, guys.
How you
How's it
doing?
going,
Dr.
Brando?
Brando.
Very well.
So, Dr. Brando, this is obviously your first year at St. Joe's. This is your first Brother Bernardine Golf Classic. So, what are you looking to get out of the event today?
Well, I'm hoping to have an opportunity to meet each of the participants and thank them for their support of our school. And, of course, get around and talk to all the people who are volunteering their time, effort, and energy to promote this event, which would include you guys.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
sir.
So thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, this golf outing is obviously a really good event for the alumni to come back and gather. I know you don't know a lot of the alumni because it's your first year here, so you basically know our classes right now. But, what are you going to try to talk to the alumni about and try to see what they like about St. Joe's and why they keep coming back?
Yeah, the main thing for me just is to meet and greet today. And we have 9,000 living alumni, and if people say, well, when you have a big group gathering, you meet them all at once. Well, no, that's not possible, but you can meet them individually through activities like this and just get a chance to meet them, try to connect names and faces, and them to get to know me as well. So that's the main objective for that is just a chance to meet some more of our grads and to share with them, if anybody asks, some of the great things that are happening at school, which I think there are many, many good things happening at St. Joe's. Sometimes I think we keep them a pretty good secret that more people don't know about them. And, of course, I think our greatest assets are the guys that are sitting to my left and 600 plus other guys like you. I really do. I mean, I think that there's so many things that we have that are pluses for our school. I think our greatest gift is the students who are entrusted to our care. And so I appreciate you guys for being part of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Dr.
that.
Brando, the most important question of the day, more important than all the donations or anything like that. How is your golf game, and like, what's your handicap?
Yeah, my handicap is swinging a club. I don't play. Years ago, one of my best buddies, a guy who has been a friend of mine in life from kindergarten through now, right? So about 127 years, right? So anyway, this guy and I have been buddies for a long, long time. He's been an avid golfer all of his life, or most of it. And when we were probably even elementary school age and early high school, he would take me out golfing with him occasionally. I think it was either for one of two reasons. One, it was for comic relief, because he probably enjoyed that a great deal. And second, maybe to make him feel better about himself, because obviously compared to me, he was great. But I've never golfed. And then when I got into adult life and people said, well, you go out and play golf, I never had a block of time that much that I wanted to expend in that activity. No disrespect to any of these guys here, but it's like, no, I'm just not going to do that. So never really played golf. Have knocked it around a few times, but I don't think that would really qualify as saying that I played golf. So,
hey, as long as you give it an effort, Dr. Brando, I mean, it all counts in my book.
Well, Ken, I think that putt-putt's probably more my speed.
Yeah.
So,
you know what?
Yeah,
it's more your speed, you enjoy it more, you have a little more fun, then maybe that's the direction you need to take.
Yeah, now, I did go with a group of my buddies not long ago, and they did let me drive the cart. I managed to stay on the course.
And that's pretty fun. I mean,
I avoided the water hazards, so, I mean, I thought it did pretty well.
You know, it's funny you say that, because we were just talking about it earlier, talking about, like, our favorite parts of golf and all that. And, I said, listen, even if you're trash, you're bad, you can still stop. You can have stuff your face with some snacks. You drive the car. I mean, try not to get yourself hurt or in any trouble. And it's still a lot of fun, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that the benefits for a golfer like me, a person who's not really a golfer, is the camaraderie, the fellowship.
Exactly.
The being together. And today, being together with other people who share the same feelings you do about a cause is very important to your heart. Yeah. So the guys who are graduates of our school, the ones who know that they benefited from the educational charisma of Father Andre Quander, the founder of the Brothers of the Sacred Heart, and the men and women who supported that effort through their years in high school. And this is their way of saying thank you for that, as well as having a good time with some of their buddies. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally understand.
All right, so Dr. Brent, I appreciate you coming on. President of St. Joe's, I really appreciate it. Good luck today. I hope you do pretty well out there.
Yeah, as long as I stay out of the way, I think I'll do well. And I probably will get to eat a thing or two.
That's all I'm
I had to guess, right?
Help yourself. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay, and thank you for your coverage.
All right,
thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Dr. Brando.
Now that was a heck of an interview. I gotta tell you right now, Anthony.
Yeah, Kentt, swinging the golf club is not the best handicap to have in
it's
the
not.
sport of golf.
It's difficult. It's very difficult to manage. I mean, I know my brother's getting better at it. I mean, he's been doing it since he was probably 14.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's 22 now. It takes, that's 8 years practically.
I've been golfing since about a month ago. And I've become quite the Tiger Woods, if I do say so myself.
I mean, listen, if we're going to talk with Tiger Woods. I mean,
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, the now Tiger Woods is even worse. I mean, who are you kidding?
So you're like the current Tiger Woods, not the one that was winning Masters.
Yeah, not the Tiger Woods that got beat up by his wife.
I would consider myself the present-day Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
So you have rheumatoid arthritis, is what you're telling me.
I have a bad golf game.
You have,
but I can still hit the ball.
Well, that's not accurate because Phil Mickelson's good. He just says he's a lefty and he has arthritis. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
His Masters performance would say otherwise. He's a poor quality golfer.
Because he totally just won the Masters, right?
That would be the point, Ken.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at golf.
All right. Well, you know what? Phil Mickelson is not bad. I don't want you to undermine him, even if he does win Callaway.
All right, so I think we're going to bring Matt Henley on. Matt Henley is actually
Matt Henley.
He has a GMC tournament game today, too.
All right.
Against North Brunswick. So
all right, Matt, let me start you off. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Fantastic. You look great. My question is, what are you here for today? Why are you here?
I'm here to take pictures, help out any way I can, take video.
Yeah.
Basically do what I do best, you know?
Besides looking handsome, because that's not too difficult for you. Now, what I want to know is, who are we dealing with today? Was this the first game GMC?
First round.
First round. Yeah. First round. Who are we dealing with today, huh?
We got North Brunswick today, 4 o'clock at home.
Any good?
17th seed versus number 1 seed.
Oh, yeah?
So we'll see how it goes.
The 17th?
They're a 17th seed, yes.
You might as well just have all the scrubs start at that point.
Oh.
Who's
know about
pitching?
that.
Who's pitching today? Huh?
I don't. Probably Kyle Angel.
Kyle Angel.
So off against Brunswick. Okay.
Also play it safe. You know what I mean? Get the best
course.
guy in there. Bam,
Can't
bam,
underestimate
bam, knock
anybody,
him out.
can't.
You definitely can't. I mean, from what we've seen in the past couple of weeks, I mean, with the Ryan Stommel, we let with 2 hits last week.
2-hitter against Sayre.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's really something. I didn't think that would be a pitcher, is he?
What was
I
that?
said I don't think he normally pitches, does he?
He's a pitcher only, so all he does is
he?
pitch. Yep.
I was told otherwise. I will have you know I was told otherwise.
So Matt, you guys are 14-9 this year. Obviously, you got 9 losses, but you guys have played one of the toughest schedules in the state. So how do you know? A lot of people look at that record and say, "Oh, this team shouldn't be the #1 seed." But how do you try to dissuade that and say, we played against tough competition?
Well, I believe we're 9-3 in Middlesex County, so we definitely tested ourselves this year. Matched up against big teams like St. Joe's Montvale, Bergen Catholic, Pope John. So now we know what we got to do. We know that we're good enough to be the #1 seed, and now we just got to prove it to everybody.
You guys returned a lot of key players. I mean, you only lost a few starters from last year, and basically the entire outfield came back. A lot of the Nick Lafredo was the only infielder, but then the entire pitching staff basically came back too.
Yeah.
So how much of an advantage was that having almost everyone back from last year?
Definitely the leadership was there. All of us younger guys have been looking up to them for the past 3 years, so now having them back for the 4th year is just great to have.
And this is a senior-heavy team this year, so that means a lot of guys will be leaving. You have to be one of the leaders next year. So who, other than you, do you think has to step up next year and really be a leader?
Definitely everybody who's on the varsity roster now has got to step up next year. Everybody knows their part, and everybody knows that their part gets bigger next year as everybody leaves. So we just got to all chip in and do what we got to do.
All right, you guys have any questions?
Yeah, Matt, you guys came 1 win away from winning the GMC regular season. However, you did maintain the #1 seed in the tournament. How did that affect your morale at all?
We definitely felt it after we lost to South Brunswick last week, but we got some good days of work in this past week, Wednesday, Friday, so we're just looking to build on that and show everybody why we're the #1 seed.
Are there any teams that you want to play in the tournament that you have your eye on right now?
Everybody wants to play Monroe or East Brunswick in the finals. Besides that, not really anybody else. No, maybe Spotswood for you.
Any predictions for the tournament? You guys are going to win it all?
I think so.
All right.
I think we got it.
Good confidence there from Matt Hanley, the junior.
I like it.
baseball
I like
player.
it.
I like it.
Hey,
All
now
right.
one question for you, Matt. Where are you gonna be at 7 o'clock tonight?
Oh, GMC finals.
GMC
for
finals for
lacrosse.
lacrosse at East Brunswick High School versus Old Bridge. Everybody be there.
Even if baseball goes to extra innings, Matt will
Even
be like,
if
hey,
they
Coach,
go,
Of course.
Coach, I gotta
Coach,
go.
I gotta leave
I
early.
gotta leave
I'm
early.
gonna be the 1st
Don't
one
worry
there.
though. From what I understand, North Brunswick is complete garbage, and you just don't even need them.
I don't think Matt wants to say anything about that because his coach probably
No.
won't like that.
No, Coach Mike Murray, great guy. I met him a couple of times.
He is the new athletic director,
yeah, he
yeah.
is too. I completely forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Should
But
be fun.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna. We got a good game coming up.
It's
Okay?
a good game.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's
let's talk
looking
about
good.
Mike Murray a little bit. He's the new athletic director, and he's been a coach here for 2 years. It says a lot about a guy who's been the new athletic director after just 2 years at St. Joe. So what about Mike Murray has really helped this team out this year?
We all look up to him. He's a great guy, even better coach. One of the friendliest guys you'll meet. Easy to approach. Just a great coach and great person all around.
All right, so I think that's about it for Matt
Yeah, I
Henley
believe
right
so,
now.
too.
Matt,
About it.
good luck today, man. I'll see you at
Thank
4
you.
o'clock.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
So obviously the baseball team has had a pretty successful season so far. I mean, the record is 14-9. So I mean, it's not been an unbelievable season, but they played against really tough teams like St. Joe's Montvale, Bergen Catholic, Pope John, and all that. So this is a team that #1 seed is the favorite right now to win the GMC tournament.
Yeah, and going into the year, we weren't listed as the favorites, but everyone in the school didn't really pay attention to that. To them, they really did think they would be the #1 seed, and they have. It's been a good year for the baseball team.
Yeah, they returned almost everybody. I mean, the only guys that really left that were key contributors were like JT Shorter, Brandon Weaver, and Travis Adams were like the infielders, and a couple pitchers as well. So, I mean, they returned their entire outfield. Gabe Mejias, John Sott, and Ross Mertz, and then Nick Lafredo came back. Pitching staff led by Kyle Angel, Mike Farr, Nick Estes, Kyle Subers, all those guys, and Brandon Warwick at catcher. So, I mean, it's a team that has a lot of returning pieces, and next year they're going to lose a lot, but I think guys like Matt Henley can really step up for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this year, Max, or 2 sophomores in particular, Derek Zalesnik and
James Anna, right?
and Dave Rosano, son of Coach Rosano for football, they've really stepped up, and I believe they are starters.
Yeah.
I think Sebastian Mueller right now is having a pretty good year, and I'm trying to think of the other guy that was having a really, really good year. But yeah, John Stott.
Hellwig maybe.
Yeah,
I've seen him go there. He's pretty good actually.
Hellwig is doing really good.
They have a freshman on the team, don't they?
Yeah, there's another
Sebastian
guy,
Mueller,
Sebastian Mueller, and there's a sophomore. Forgot his name actually. But besides that, they got John Stott, who's obviously been a superstar ever since he's been here. And almost every sport he's picked up. I mean, he's an amazing kicker.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Stott's just a full-on athlete. I'm not sure he could really beat that.
John Stott's one of the best things to happen to St. Joe's sports in this era.
I mean, some kids.
I'm saying flat out right there.
You called that?
Three Towns?
Better than Carl Towns.
I said this era, Kentt.
Oh, so our class. All right.
No, I don't believe anyone is better than Carl Towns.
so not Johnny Olmstead. Not even say Johnny Olmstead.
Okay. Well,
besides that 1 year
advantage. Between a rock and a hard
advantage.
place right now.
John Olmstead was not Rookie of the Year of the NBA.
He could be.
Yeah, that 1 year advantage
Johnny O
totally
does
helps.
not go to China with Isaiah Thomas, Mr. IT fourth quarter. Okay.
got
Johnny
you
O may have D1 offers, but Johnny O will never be the Carl Towns.
And Johnny O will never.
Football, though.
And Johnny O will never have that 1 year advantage. Oh, Carl Towns had that too.
Yep.
Never mind. But back to what I'm saying. I guess you're right. He is no Carl Towns. And another guy who gets undermined. What about Wade Bolden?
And let's talk about. I always talk about John Schleck right now. Is coming on right now. President of Campus Ministry. Here you go, man.
So, John, give me a little overall there. How you doing? First and foremost.
What's up, Kentt?
So, what brings you out on such a fantastic day like today?
Well, as a member of the golf team, I'm here to represent St. Joe's and just talk up St. Joe's to everybody. And my coach, Mr. Lechner, invited all of us here today. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we're just here, have a good time. I'm going to play some golf with them, and it's going to be a good day.
That's really great. I have a better question for you. Talking about campus ministry,
Yes.
what do you think of the future of campus ministry? I understand the good Padres leaving to pursue whatever else he's pursuing. I'm not really sure. I was never told. But do you know anything about the new? I believe it's his brother Mike, maybe.
I don't know. I know Zach Abbey is the president.
I know that. But do you know anything about?
Well, regardless of who's in charge,
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
Of who's leading, it's going to be great. And whatever direction it goes in, as long as it sticks to the core values, it's going to be a good time.
Because I'll tell you what, I think the good Padre and the administration would just, they wouldn't, like, the fact that the good Padre is leaving, it's really unfortunate. But I think they'd be smart with how they, planned that. I mean, they stepped it up a lot from the previous administration, you know? And they've really taken a lot of effort into how situations should be handled,
Yeah.
And with Father James leaving, coming in is Brother Lou, and he will be taking over, a lot of the services that we have in school. Have you ever met Brother Lou?
I actually have not. I heard he's a great guy. I heard from Mr. Lechner because he actually played golf with him a little bit. So
oh yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yeah, I do remember that. Mr. Lechner was
energetic,
telling me in history class that he's actually a cool guy.
Brother Louis Kubian, I think is his name. So, John, the real question I want to ask you right now is that a lot of these old guys, I'm talking to my dad and some other guys, they are not confident at all in their golf game. So is it kind of like a confidence booster for you guys to come out here and kind of show them up a little bit and say?
Yeah. So on the 18th hole, I'll actually be playing against them in sort of like a challenge where whoever can hit it closer to the pin. So every group will play. Yeah, it's for today. So I'm pretty confident in my swing. I've been playing lately. I've been played probably every day for the last month and a half.
My question is, do you still caddy here?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually a caddy here. I've been a caddy here for 5 years, and I've been caddying a lot. I play here almost every day. So
that's good.
Yeah, sometimes I'm here longer than I'm at home. So
hey, I mean, listen, when you love the game, I mean, it's like you're so passionate about it. You got to stay with it nonstop.
It's a good time.
So John, this is obviously an alumni event. We're all obviously about to be alumni. Come Saturday and Sunday. So are you gonna try to come?
I'll probably come back, maybe help out. I'll probably play, have a good time. So I'm definitely always down for more golf wherever. You really can have 18 holes
I
a day
think I've reached the one point of too much golf.
Maybe Anthony has, but most decent people wouldn't.
Yeah,
decent, All right, so John Schleck, President of Campus Ministry.
All right, guys, thanks for having me on.
About to be alumni.
Appreciate it.
It's nice having
you, John.
Appreciate it.
Stay gold. Now, where are we at now is what I want to know.
So right now, it's almost 10 o'clock right now. So, I mean, I guess we can just talk a little bit about how campus ministry has really just been a big part of St. Joe's this year especially.
It's really evolved in the last, I want to say, I mean, it's been around long before we've even come here. But I want to say the 4 years that you were here, Max, and the 3 that we've been here, it's really evolved into something much greater, you know? I mean, listen, the first year they had it in what's now the alumni offices, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And then they moved it to the library. And then halfway through the year, they said, you know what? We're going to do something better. Guess what they did? They moved it from the library to the Coriezu. And it went from being, you know, a small club with nothing much to it to, thank you, to a whole, and we had a whole, you know, we changed it entirely. It's got a lot more involvement, and there's a lot more going on. It's become more of a social club, and yeah, thank you, sir. And yeah, what do you got to make about it, Anthony?
Yeah, our freshman year coming in, I mean, to us, campus ministry, I guess, has always been a big part of St. Joe's. But for Max, was your freshman year, was campus ministry as big as it is now?
No, absolutely not. This year especially, it has been really big because John Schleck and Father James has really done a really good job with campus ministry. And I think it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I know Father James, unfortunately, will be leaving. But I think brother Louis Cubion, who's coming in, I think he'll do a good job. I think Zach Abbey will do a really good job. So, I mean, this is a club that's growing and growing more and more. So, I think we're about to get our next guest. I know Mr. Herring's trying to get her right now. I think it's Mrs. Dacey will be coming on. She's a mother and also a mother of a student and also a member of the Board of Governors. So, guys, right now, talk a little bit more about the golf game. So, I mean, I know we talked about how bad we all are at the golf right now. But
yeah, not very good at the golf.
What about mini golf? You guys
mini golf?
Okay at mini golf?
I chip. I mean, last time I played mini golf, it must have been down the shore. It was it's really something.
Yeah, if each hole was a par 5, I guess I would break even. I would say.
No, please walk in front of our camera. In fact, I encourage it. So it's a little mess. We were talking about campus ministry, correct?
And mini golf.
And
yeah.
mini golf, yes.
And mini golf. Mini golf. Listen, last time I played it, I was down the shore, and I'll tell you what, I wasn't so great. My short game wasn't as good at the time, so I started chipping it. It was really impressive, actually.
You bring her on?
We're bringing on
Miss Dacey, right?
Miss Dacey.
Mrs. Dacey. So she's a mother of a
right
student.
here.
Did I say it right?
Right, you take a seat. Camera's on.
There you go. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
How you doing?
Good. Good.
So, what made you want to send your son to St. Joe's?
Excuse me?
What made you want to send your son to St. Joe's?
Oh, well, there's a legacy in my family of St. Joe's. My husband went to St. Joe's, and his brother went to St. Joe's. So my son almost didn't have a choice. We started, he went to public school, and we started bringing him to the Advent Mass when he was about 5th grade.
Yeah.
And we started introducing him to the school, and freshman for the day sold him.
Yeah.
He went for freshman for the day, and he was in 8th grade, and he said, can I go tomorrow? And we're like, no, you have to finish 8th grade. So
I know you're a member of the Board of Governors. A lot of parents, after the son graduates, they kind of just move on. But you love St. Joe's so much, you actually joined the member of the Board of Governors. So what was it about St. Joe's that made you want to come back and support it?
I love the school, and I want to keep the school going. And I think the Board of Governors, foresees everything, makes the major decisions, and I think it's very important to be, continue to be involved. I just want to see the school be a success in the future, 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't see the school going anywhere like bad anytime soon with all the new direction that we've taken,
Yeah,
it's
a very good
really
direction.
Happy,
Yeah, so we have a brand new administration coming in, Dr. Brandow, Mr. Fleetwood, and all that. How do you think they've been doing so far in their first couple years at St. Joe's?
I think they're doing an excellent job. That's how I feel, and I'm hoping that the boys feel the same way. I know.
I think they're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
They're doing a really good job. I think Dr. Brandow, especially, and Mr. Fleetwood have really done a really good job of really handling all the adversity that came in. So right now, I want to ask you: are you golfing today? Will you be golfing at all today, or?
No, I will not be golfing today. I used to golf, and then I got pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And he's 22 years old, and I still have not taken up golf again. But I will be. I will be next year. I'm going to try.
You're probably better than half the guys. I mean, a lot of guys out here are
they
just,
well,
they're
if
not
it was
confident. No.
if it was like it was back about 25 years ago, the guys I used to play with they used to get very frustrated. And I actually saw guys break their golf clubs like in half. And I was like, this is too serious to me.
You see the guy who won the Masters? My understanding, he's got quite the temper.
Yeah.
I've seen videos.
No, you gotta.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's classless. I mean, I don't understand why you're such a, someone with such a such a classy game.
To me, it's a game.
Yeah,
don't take it that seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, you gotta have fun with it, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's like I said, like even if you trash, you still get to ride the cart, have some snacks. It's a good time.
I used to love riding the cart.
Oh yeah, that's probably the best
It's
part.
the best part of the game.
That is the cart.
So I mean, I know your son graduated, right? 4 years ago.
He graduated in 2013. He goes to Northeastern up in Boston.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's a 5-year program, so he has one more year, but all of his St. Joe's friends are graduating this year from college. He's going to a couple of graduation parties. He's actually flying up back to New Jersey for the parties. He's still very, very close to his St. Joe's guys.
Yeah, is he looking forward? Is he going to come back to any of these golf classes after he graduates college and is back at home?
I hope so, because I know a couple of his friends play golf.
Yeah.
So St. Joe's guys. So I'm hoping he does.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have any questions?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I thought it was
great.
really
Thank you so much for coming on.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and I wish the seniors good luck.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, I don't know where you're going, but I'm assuming you're all good schools. So.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, I mean, that's a mother of a student at St. Joe's. So obviously,
I mean, it really goes to show you how much. I mean, listen, it really goes to show you how much people have invested in the school, and how many people are invested in the school. I mean, look at her. She said her husband went to the school. All of his relatives went to the school. Now their son went to the school. It's now an alumni. And, I mean, she's still here. She's still with the school. She's still with the family. I mean, it's the interesting thing about St. Joe's is you're always with the family. Once you graduate, you're still always invited. You're always there.
Yeah, she's a member of the Board of Governors.
It's basically a brotherhood that's not leaving you anytime soon.
No, absolutely not. And I think that's just it's really a testament to how the parents really just love how the school has treated their sons, and they come back and they still support it after. I mean, her son graduated 4 years ago, and he's about to be done with college, so she's still back here and helping out.
Yeah, and especially with the students, a lot of the people here today are alumni and just donating a lot to the school and just trying to preserve it. And a reoccurring theme in talking to a lot of these alum is just the sense of family.
Yeah.
And keeping in touch with a lot of people they graduated with. And it's just good to know that, you are a part of something, a brotherhood for St. Joe's.
And so, I mean, I think right now we're going to bring on our next guest, so Mike Sislo, actually a former football star for St. Joe's. I know you guys are playing football right now, so Mike, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
How you doing?
So I know I think your father is a chair of the outing, right, Joe Sislo?
Yeah, my dad, he's gotten involved with the golf outing the past few years, and he's helped to organize it and got me involved with it too. So it's always good to get out and golf, not have to work today. So it's always fun to be here.
So how has the school changed since you've been at St. Joe's? I mean, you graduated, I think, 5 years ago?
Yeah, I graduated 5 years ago. So just from the outside, right, driving by, you got the brand new field going up. So when I used to play, I played football and lacrosse. So we used to have like basically mud pits in the middle of the field. And now you guys got that beautiful track and you got the AstroTurf, so it's great. And I know there's like I don't know if you guys were there, but when they used to have those big trees in front of the brother's house, right? So they cut those down. I guess they were like getting old or sick or something. So that's another thing that like I drove by recently. I was like, oh my god, like what happened to the trees? But I mean, I do miss it. It's crazy to think it's been 5 years already. So like I'm out of school now. I'm working in New York, and it's just time really flies. I'm so jealous of you guys. Right in the prime of your St. Joe's career.
So what was it about St. Joe's that makes you want to come back all these years and still support it at the golf outing like this one?
I kind of overheard you guys before. You talking about like the sense of like the closeness with everyone. So like some of my best friends are still guys from high school. I was just telling talking before, like Eddie Lubowicki, one of my best friends. I'm with him every weekend. You know, I'm in touch with like my core group of like 5 guys. We talk every day pretty much, you know, group me, and that was my favorite part about the school is that, you know, aside from, you know, the sports were good and, you know, the academics, like, obviously you have to do that, but that was a great part too. But, you know, the relationships I built were just like fantastic, and, you know, they're gonna be my closest friends for, you know, my life.
I think you and your brother both went to St. Joe's, right?
Yeah, my little brother Luke, he graduated in 2014, so he's actually, so going back to like that, the relationships he's built. He's down in Virginia visiting one of his friends right now at school.
Oh wow! Geez.
Yeah, so drove like 7 hours. They had some big event, like formal event they were having, so he went down to have some fun with his buddy.
So I know we're talking a lot about St. Joe's, but I want to ask you about your golf game. How is your golf game right now? Are you confident? Because a lot of guys we've been talking to aren't that confident.
Yeah, well, so I went out last week to get a little practice round in before this, and it was less than stellar. But I'm glad I got that out of my system. I think I'll be better today. I went to the range yesterday, and I was smacking the ball. So I'm hoping I can maybe get that longest drive.
That's all that matters.
You guys have any questions?
So tell me a little more about your football career. What position did you play?
So so he gassed me up a little bit. I wasn't a superstar. I was good, but so I played defense. I played defensive end, and I played for my sophomore and junior year. I was actually on the first football team. So that was back when Coach Molars was the coach, and that was fun. I remember that first game when they had a big opening ceremony for the new team, the new program. They had like a big barbecue, a tailgate. It was wild, and then they brought in, I forget what school we played, some school from like the Jersey Shore, and like there was no shot they were gonna win, you know. So we were all hyped up, and so I forget what the score was, but we won, and that was awesome. But my main sport was actually lacrosse. Okay. So I played that for all 4 years. And I was like part of some of like the best teams that we ever had. We won like the one state championship my sophomore year. We won the GMC finals every year, so that was like great, and we always that was some of my favorite memories. Like we talked about like, those really hard like 2 days we had, when our coach was like making us do bear crawls like through the mud and somersaults and all this crazy stuff. And I really do miss that. I played lacrosse in college. I played for the club team, so I always like to stay active like that. But yeah, I mean, I honestly I wish I did still play football and lacrosse. I didn't play my senior year football because I wanted to focus on lacrosse, which was kind of. Yeah, I know. Looking back, I probably could have just done both, but it was all good in the end. And I know the teams are really good. Like nowadays, like they won the.
They're playing actually tonight is the GMC finals.
Yeah,
for lacrosse. Oh, really?
Old Bridge, yeah.
Oh man, Old Bridge. Okay, good. Well, at least it's not East Brunswick.
No,
one likes that, right?
Yeah. So I don't think you're coming on, and good luck out there. Hopefully
thanks, guys. Yeah, this is cool. I didn't know you guys were having this.
Yeah,
radio
we just
show.
started it. Yeah.
I walked up and I was like, "What is this?" And
Coach Harry.
Yeah, this is awesome. So I'm happy you guys are getting able to do this. So thanks for having me, guys.
All right, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming up, bud.
Thank you.
Now, who do we got coming up next? Is what I want to know.
I think we could just talk about a little bit of how guys like Dualsport Athletes right there. I mean,
Dualsport Athletes. I used to believe I was a Dualsport athlete back in the day.
I used to believe I was an athlete back in the day.
Yeah, so. And then from your previous experience with your basketball endeavor, it seems like you had your second chance and you blew it.
Yeah, I blew that chance. However, I will take a third chance next year with football.
You can take a third chance with football, and I can promise you I will take that chance with you. All right?
Maybe take John Stott's spot at kicker. I mean, that's probably.
Or not. Or I could just take a substitute position.
I think that sounds like a fair compromise.
I mean, John Stott, you can probably take his position pretty easily.
I've attempted twice in my years of football, and it's just really hasn't turned out too well. It was a very close competition. He just got the upper edge on me.
Oh, very close, yeah.
It was basically, just we were testing field goals. He made a 41-yarder. I barely made the 40-yarder. It's just it's a kicking competition that I barely lost.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Barely. You gotta barely. You gotta keep that all in context there.
So I think right now we might bring on Brendan Shank a little bit.
Shank.
Yeah. But I also want to talk to you guys right now. I mean, I think it's about 20 minutes left until the golf outing starts. So are you guys going to try to get out there and golf a little bit and try to get out of more classes?
Today?
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had the opportunity, I had my sticks, I would. I'd be totally out there.
Yeah, if I could stand without crutches, I would.
All right, so let's bring him on. Shank, get over here. Come on.
Brendan Shank?
Get over here.
Brendan Shank, also a football player at St. Joe's.
How you doing? So how does it feel to be The long snapper.
It's the best feeling in the world, you know. No one really knows who you are, but if you ever make a mistake, then everyone's gonna know.
So you're like equivalent to Sean Mills, is what I understand.
It's a little bit different, Kent.
It's he would be the equivalent to me.
Oh,
you
yeah?
know, he's
Is that so?
just slightly not as good.
So like 10 yards less. We're talking like.
Well,
like
you know,
kicking,
Sean Mills
yeah.
can snap, 11 yards. He can maybe just kick the ball a yard.
I mean, yeah, very, very minuscule over here. So, tell us a little bit about where you going to school, Shank? Talk to me.
I'll be attending Rutgers Business School next year.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So what are you going for?
Business. That's what he just said. Yeah.
I know.
Business.
So
Shank, you're about to be alumni at St. Joe's. You're going to be graduating this weekend. So you're going to be trying to attend events like this after you graduate?
Of course, I think it's great to give back, and especially spending a day today with the classmates and other members of the school community. It helps a lot for fundraising and everything, and I think it's good what everyone's doing.
So how's your experience been, overall experience at St. Joe's been the last 4 years?
It's been long.
Yeah.
Everyone says high school goes by fast, but these 4 years have been really, really long, and taught me a lot of lessons of hard work and discipline and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing is definitely time management.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I remember freshman year walking in there. I had Brother Kevin. I'm sure you had Brother Kevin, maybe. Yeah, probably. I know a lot of us did. And the first thing Brother Kevin probably said was, "All right, listen. You got 3 things in life. You got friends, or social life, sleep, and work. You can only have 2 of them." And I was like, "Gee, that's hard. I can't really think of that. You only have 2 of them. They're all 3 such great things." And I think that fact it's like, listen, it's all time management. You can have all 3, but you got to know how to factor your time. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the first thing that Brother Kevin told me was, "Oh, you're Joey Papa's brother," and my freshman year in math class was probably not the best it could be.
Yeah, I really grinded out those Acellus to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember those long Acellus nights.
yeah, I think I spent at least 6 hours on a practice test. It was really
Shank,
awful.
Coach Hilliard, the new head coach at St. Joe's football. And I mean, I know you've been under Coach Ransone for the last 4 years, but how do you think Coach Hilliard's going to do next year and the years beyond?
I think being that 4 years ago when Coach Ransone took the job, his go-to guy was Coach Hilliard, and he brought him in, and being under him and the background that Coach Hilliard has before St. Joe's, being that his brother is a coach at Bishop R, for that they were really good, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's been around the area, and he knows a lot of people and stuff like that, and especially helping players get to the next level. He's really good at not only developing the talent he has, more talent in with what we're doing here and the culture that we're building. So,
yeah, I mean, you guys are returning a lot of talent. John Olmstead, obviously coming back, a lot of D1 offers there. You're returning Brian Riley, John Sopp, Paul Cucuzziello, all those guys coming back. How far do you think this team can go next year?
of course, I want to say the standard is always going to be the highest, win the division, hopefully make a run in the state playoffs, of course, but I think long term, I want to see the St. Joe's and Big North dominating, eventually pooling all the Central Jersey talent, keeping all the talent home in this area, and of course running the table every year.
All right, so I think that's Brendan
Good way to
Shank
look
right
at it. I
there.
like
So high hopes for St. Joe's football. Brendan, I want to thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thanks. So, I mean, obviously he's got high hopes for the St. Joe's football
Absolutely,
program.
I'm sure he's got just about as much enthusiasm, as I do about this amazing golf tournament. And who better to have on but Tanner? Tanner, come on over here.
Tanner Cherzak.
Here we go.
Vice President of Student Council right now.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Also on the volleyball team, Kentt.
Also the volleyball
Yeah,
team.
they're having a pretty good year
Let's
right
kick
now.
it off right here. Let's talk about volleyball. How are we looking right now? What are our standings, and are we completely trashing people as well as I would assume we are?
Well, Kent, thanks for asking. First of all, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Nice to see
Good
all of your
morning,
faces,
yeah.
Papa. It's lovely to see you again.
It's lovely to see you.
As for volleyball, we're doing okay. We're just above 500. The regular season's just about over. We did fine. We're looking to advance in GMCs. We have tomorrow JP Stevens, and then after that, it's looking like we're going to be playing Old Bridge. So
Sounds like you got this in the bag, is what you're telling me, right?
I would say so.
JP Stevens, Old Bridge. I mean, listen, after the beating they're going to get in Lacrosse tonight, I mean, they're going to be like, guys, we might as well cancel every other sports event we have. It's garbage, you know?
Absolutely, I agree with you.
I think Old Bridge is one of the top 3 teams in the state,
This
though.
is
aren't
true.
they?
Yeah, this is true. It's going to be tough, but I think
They're not
we
St. Joe's.
have some chemistry, and I think we're going to be able to pull through.
So I just want to talk to you about St. Joe's. How has your overall experience been at St. Joe's last 4 years?
Sure. St. Joe's, I think it's a very unique experience. I think being here and being in a family environment is something that you really couldn't get at any other school. And I think I'm blessed to have been able to be a part of it, and I will continue to be a part of it for the rest of my life. So I think it's an amazing opportunity, and I think anybody that can take advantage of it should.
So I want to talk to you about your golf game. Are you going to be golfing today?
I hope not.
You don't want to be golf?
I'm not very good. I don't exactly like golf, but I like to play between the holes a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I see what you.
More of a mini golfer?
More of a mini golfer. I've been working on my game a little bit during the spring, during the off season. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
As are we. Anthony,
Very
did you have
excited.
a question? I think you were trying to make a point up earlier, were you?
Yeah, as far as volleyball goes, how far do you think you're going to make it in this GMC tournament? GMC for volleyball has always been, one of the best groups as far as it goes in the state.
Well, Papa, thanks for asking.
No problem.
You never know with these kind of things. It could go either way every game. So we try to play with a lot of passion, a lot of integrity, and hope for the best every game. So I can't answer this question right now, but show up and you might find out.
We will show up.
Yeah, we will show up.
And we will find out.
And I will pull up on the quarters, so watch out.
Thank you.
Tanner Cherzak, Vice President.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you very much.
Tanner.
Star volleyball player.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tanner.
Love you. So, back again. I mean, that was really great to see him here, and it really makes you makes me at least. I haven't seen a lot of these guys in quite some time. It makes me sad because I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do next year, Max.
No, I know.
But not all you guys,
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna miss St. Joe's a lot, but like I said, volleyball is a sport that not a lot of people talk about during the spring. It's all about baseball, all about lacrosse. They're quietly every year. They're one of the top 10 teams in the state, no matter like what team they have. This year they lost so much talent, but yet they're still one of the top 10 teams in the state. So it just shows like how much talent they bring in, and how their guys who play JV and come up to varsity really are some of the top players in the state.
Yeah, I know it's been kind of frustrating for Mr. Cabrita. Volleyball throughout the years has always been a powerhouse.
Yeah.
And not a lot of students really paid attention to it. And, this year hasn't really been the best year for us, considering, we've done so great in all the other years. But we are doing well.
Yeah. I mean, right now I think they're ranked as the second best team in the GMC behind Old Bridge, who's I think the number 3 team in the state. I think we're number 6 or somewhere around that. So, our volleyball team should have a really good chance at repeating as GMC champions once again. I know they beat East Brunswick last year in the GMC finals, and Old Bridge should be a tough foe this year. So, I don't know, it might be another GMC finals for baseball, volleyball, and lacrosse. So we might be pretty busy here on SJRN.
Hey, what about tennis? That's a
Tennis.
4th team.
Jack Kozorowski, yeah,
absolutely.
Jack Kozorowski, the powerhouse in the GMC.
He is
and
the
of course,
powerhouse.
there is other powerhouse students on St. Joe's tennis.
Josh Amir Joe Hall, obviously.
You can't forget Joe Hall.
Hirsch
you can't forget Hirsch Thapar. I feel that Hirsch Thapar in the rankings isn't as high as he should be. He's at about a 50 right now in the GMCs. I think he should really just move up to that second spot behind Jack Kozorowski.
I think it could be arranged. I think it requires a lot of time, effort, and yeah.
You're thinking U.S. tennis stars. You're thinking Serena and Venus Williams.
Yeah.
Serena.
And then you're thinking Hirsch Thapar.
Hirsch Thapar.
Tennis in the U.S. has been very well for the women's, but we only have Hirsch Thapar to dominate the tennis rankings for
we
men's.
have left. I mean, honestly, could you think of another male tennis player besides Jack Kozorowski and Hirsch Thapar?
I mean, Novak Djokovic. I think he's probably the only one, but he's just been on a downward spiral, and Hirsch Thapar has just been going up.
Yeah,
consistently
absolutely
going up. His stocks are just skyrocketing.
Another team is a golf team. That's been doing really well.
Thank you.
And that is Johnny O.
John Olmstead.
Yeah.
A lot of D1 offers, including my future school, Syracuse. I'm trying to convince him to go to Syracuse.
Still waiting on that Penn State offer?
Hasn't really been working out for me so well. I'm like, hey, you got to go to Syracuse. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But, they offered him Penn State. I know is very interested in him. They've been talking to him a lot. I know me and you are both Penn State fans, Papa, and he said Johnny O said that once Penn State offers, that's one of his top schools. So
yeah, Johnny O is very interested in Penn State, and you know what? If he does choose Penn State, I will be stealing some of his jerseys.
Oh, perfect.
No.
The resale value might not be too high, but I'm getting something.
But absolutely, but I know Notre Dame's talking to him. That would be huge if Notre Dame offers him.
Not as huge as Penn State,
Not
though.
as big as Penn
We
State.
should add that in there. Just not as huge as Penn State.
But Notre Dame, Wisconsin's looking at him. I've heard UConn. He visited UConn. He's got so many offers. UCLA just offered him, Northwestern. All these top schools. It's kind of amazing how great these schools are that are offering him.
And you know you're something special when on Twitter you have to post 2 schools at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems like every.
It seems as if he just undermines it. It's like, hey, I can put this 2 schools because
And-
they don't need it.
And here's the almost Carl Towns himself, Johnny O. How's it going,
How
Johnny?
you doing, John?
What's up, John?
What's up?
So, John, we want to talk to you a little bit about. Really, your Twitter is the only one that we have to follow right now in SJRN because every 20 minutes it seems like you're posting a brand new Division I offer. Can you just talk about how crazy the recruiting process has been? You're only a sophomore in high school. You still have 2 more years left. How crazy has it been so far?
Well, like I said to you 2 weeks ago, I just got to stay on the track, and it's been crazy, but I still got 2 more years of high school football left. Right now, my main focus is junior year of high school football right now.
Was there any school, I know there's a lot of big schools that offer you, like UCLA, was there any school that when they offered you, you're like, wow, like this is
Probably
like.
UCLA.
That's the biggest one?
That's the biggest one. So very hard to get a West Coast offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you're looking at a lot of schools right now. I know a lot of schools are talking to you about right now. I don't know if you can review any of the schools that are talking to you, but can you just talk about like what kind of the quality of schools that are offering you, where you might want to play?
Like the main factor is like the people in the program where I was going to play, and like where it is, like how far it is, so my family can come see my games. But
Yeah.
It's definitely all about the people in the program.
Are you looking at any specific conferences right now in football?
No, well, Big Ten, SEC maybe, ACC.
Has the SEC been contacting you at all?
Yeah,
or?
one school, Ole Miss.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I know I saw an article before a couple days ago that Notre Dame was talking to you a little bit, right?
Yep, they've been talking to me. I'm going to a camp this summer.
Okay, all right.
But, hopefully then maybe.
And when can we expect a commitment from you?
Not until summer going to senior year, bro.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think that's a good move for you.
Yeah.
So you try to get all the offers first, and then make your decision like that.
I like that idea.
Ken, you have any questions for him?
I don't know how you do it. I don't know what your mother
Hey,
feeds you because I
You
don't.
want to come over for dinner?
I want to. Your mother's brought it up to me several times, and we've talked about it.
Okay,
But
well,
I'm serious. I really would like
you
to.
want some meatballs? What do you
Come-
want?
honestly, dude, whatever your mom wants. Like chicken parm's my favorite. So I heard she makes a mean chicken parm. I
She
don't know
does,
if
she
that's
does.
true. Is it true?
Yes.
Tell me these rumors aren't rumors. Is it true?
You want some chicken palm?
Dude, I want to have some chicken parm. I want to be there. It's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to it. We're gonna have a wonderful dinner.
Some
with your mother.
pasta,
It's gonna be awesome.
some garlic bread.
Dude, whatever she wants to make, I'll eat it. I'm ecstatic.
So
I'm
John,
really looking forward to it.
John, before we wrap up, I just want to ask you. I mean, I know you've been getting so many questions about the recruiting process, but I want to ask you about the football team next year. Coach Hilliard coming in. He's an offensive line guy. You guys are bringing back so much talent next year. How far do you think this team can go?
Bringing back all our skills. Just we took a hit on the line. We have 3 offensive linemen who were seniors last year. They graduated, and we're gonna have we have a big kid coming in for 2021 class.
Okay.
A few kids in my class, and I think we'll be fine. But we got to replace some offensive linemen this year.
That's John Olmstead right now. Hopefully, Syracuse football come in. I'm still holding down on that right now, but John, thank you so much for coming on, man, and good luck with the recruiting process.
Thank
and good
you.
luck in the next
Thank you.
couple years.
Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Nice having you, brother.
Thank you, John. And whichever school you choose in the Pennsylvania area is, I'm sure, the right one. or any other state.
Just not Pitt.
Pennsylvania's
Just
closest.
Not Pitt.
Just not Pitt.
Yeah, just not Pitt, please.
Not Pitt.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up right now. This is the 22nd annual Brother Bernardine Memorial Golf Classic. We're going to try to catch some of these guys out here. Not probably the best golfers, but, you know, this
I wouldn't
golf.
undermine them like that, Max. Listen, I'm going to finish it on this. I'd like to say thank you to all the alumni, for our parents, and for everybody that's really put us here in this great spot to be here representing St. Joe's today. All the guys, technicians, coach, you fellas, it's really great. I'm so happy to be here representing St. Joe's. It's such a great day. And please, everybody, attend the lacrosse game.
Yeah, tonight at 7.
PM.
Tune in. Tune in tonight at 7.
Tonight at 7.
And at 4 for the baseball game. So we want to wrap it up.
White House. White Old Bridge, at East Brunswick. We're out of here.
All right.